Just 50% of Catholics believe Christ is actually present in the Eucharist. That is according to a recent poll by EWTN and Real Clear Opinion Research. And joining us now to discuss is Dr. Marcellino D'Ambrosio, co-author of What We Believe, the Beauty of the Catholic Faith. Doctor, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. Let's talk more about the poll number. Are you surprised that only half of the respondents say they actually believe in the real presence?
I'm absolutely not surprised whatsoever. And I'll tell you why, Tracy. Back in 2008, Pew did a survey of Catholics. They actually did a lot more than that, but among Catholics who identified as Catholic, only 50% believed that God was a person and that you could have a personal relationship with him. So our problem is not simply Eucharistic. Our problem is that our culture has come in and really stolen the hearts and minds of the vast majority of baptized Catholics. We're formed, most of us, much more by the media, by the entertainment media, by the educational system, by the elite of our society, than by the church and by the scriptures and the Word of God and the tradition. So it's a bigger problem, and that's why we did this study, What We Believe, the Beauty of the Catholic Faith. The Eucharist is the summit of the Catholic faith, but that rests on a mountain, a foundation. And so we have to rebuild the whole foundation. And for all of us, honestly, all of us can use some re-energizing about the entirety of the faith, including, of course, understanding better what it means that Christ gives us himself when we receive communion in the sacrament of the Most Holy Eucharist.
Yeah, and also part of this survey, 38% of the respondents said that they think it's just a symbol. Can we talk a little bit more about that and why you think that is?
Well, I think it's really easy for people to believe that that the Eucharist is just a symbol, when, quite frankly, most Catholics don't believe in anything else when it comes to the truths of the faith. I mean, when it comes down to Jesus, we got to believe that God so loved the world that he gave us his son in the incarnation. It's actually fascinating. In the early church, the only people who didn't believe in the Eucharist were those who doubted the incarnation. The coming of God in the flesh has to be accepted and understood and received with enthusiasm before we can believe that he comes to us bodily in bread and wine under these signs, which are more than symbols, of course. They are the true body, blood, soul, and divinity of Jesus. So we see that since the Reformation, there's been a widespread loss in Western society of understanding of the Eucharist. And so, I mean, I think that's basically where we're at right now, is that our society, once again, is forming people more than they're able to, than they're receiving from the church a vision of the world and of who God is.
We only have about 30 seconds left or so, unfortunately, but I really want to talk about this and what you believe. I know you discuss the importance of family, especially when it comes to passing down the faith. Can you quickly talk about that?
Absolutely. The family is the primary place where the Catholic tradition is passed down, because it can't be passed down just simply in an instructional class once a week. Like a language, you don't learn it that way. You learn it by being immersed in it. So in our families, if kids experience the love of God, the joy of the Lord, as they learn the truths of faith in real time. If they see their parents making Christ the center of their life, and their grandparents, by the way, grandparents are incredibly important, uncles and aunts as well. But if they see that, if they see that Eucharist is central to the family's life, the prayer is central, then it's a lot easier for them to just assume and to enter into a relationship where Eucharist, prayer, the church is not something you go out to, but it's something you live at home. And that's really what the domestic church is all about.
Yeah, so important to talk about. We thank you so much for your time today and coming on and speaking with us. We appreciate it. God bless you.